Ugh. It's doing that thing where I start doing the live and it says preview, then it, oh my gosh, I hate this. It did this on my other channel. Okay. Okay, so I was gonna go back to what I'm talking about because nobody knows what I'm talking about. So I designed this wheel bike. Okay, my friends, I was telling them about the old one I built and I was gonna refresh it. I said, fuck it. Um, yeah, you can get these on my Patreon if anybody is interested. I'll leave a link to it in the comments on the video after it's finished uploading. But yeah, like I was getting at, this is a correct wheel bike, um, functional with Technic, fully compatible with Lego's building techniques. Nothing is being stressed out. There's no excuse why Lego's never made this thing. Um, that's just what I'm getting at. So I was comparing to Tubricks, his wheel bike. I'm gonna go back.
What's up, you guys? It's Tubricks, and I have the fourth part of my loose Utapau trilogy here. I know trilogies only have 3 parts, but there are 3 custom mocks here in front of you, and the kind of initial inspiration for it was the review for the AT80, or sorry, the ATTE set back there, which, of course, if you guys saw my review, I absolutely loved. But I just felt like, we need more stuff to go with it. You got to really build out your
Well,
Utapau
like I
scene.
said, also go to Tubricks' channel, like and subscribe. I'm just, I'm only curious about this.
So that's what I've done. I have already done videos on my custom Crab Droid and my custom Boga,
Like I
the
said,
Lizard.
I have instructions on my Patreon. You can actually get to my Patreon from YouTube here. Oh, not here. I'll show you guys. I'll show you how to get to my Patreon real quick. That's the Zen channel live. Okay, Patreon. You go to the channel, you click here, okay, and you should be able to go to the Grievous Wheel Bike instructions if you're a paid member, just like that. So, good thing we're actually live. I can actually view this. Instructions if you're beautiful. All right. I don't know. I'm so happy that it's working. Yay.
The Varactyl. So go ahead and check those out in my playlist, or just, search my recent videos.
Why did he?
But now today we're going to
Oh,
be
that's like a robot driver. Why did he use these pieces? It's very interesting to me.
taking a look at the newest edition, which is General Grievous on his wheel bike. This thing is a absolutely ridiculous, absurd mode of transportation. It's the
His
closest
stuff's
that
like
George Lucas.
it looks good, but does it roll? You know, like he leans towards the bricks. I lean towards the Technic stuff more.
Ever got to creating like a super iconic Bond villain kind of escape vehicle. Um, it's really funny. It's almost Austin Powers-esque to me because it's like it's a wheel. It's sort of like this churning wheel of death with legs that General Grievous, who's kind of already kind of crab-like, scuttles onto, and then just
Wait,
sort of.
is that the correct side? That's not the correct side. That that's reverse, right? I'm tripping. I have to rewatch the original scene
Flees the
now. I
battlefield.
have
So
episode 3 on Prime. I can just rewatch it.
it's absolutely over the top,
That
and
bothers me. This is as nerdy as it gets. Rolling with. Yeah, it's on this side. It shows it right there. I mean, every picture shows it like this. He's on that side with Obi-Wan and everything. So. Or correct. I don't know. It just looked weird. I like the fact that the video is in reverse. But how accurate is mine? Mine's a bit wide. Like it looks really wide in this scene actually. It depends on the shot, but mine's just enough shaping. But like I'm showing in here, I'll show you right. This presses down on the wheel, it holds it in. I use these cross beam things here. So you got to focus on the subtle details. Cross beams cross into the main. This one does not move. These independently roll. So that keeps them from going up and down just enough, and they can roll along that railing there. Um, the wheels should, in theory, be able to roll and not touch this or interfere with this too much. If it does a tiny bit, it'll just be a small tap. Um, but yeah, it's just enough pressure and friction to keep the wheel from moving up and down. In the movie, you see that it's hollow. In theory, you could take these out. You really could. You could go take out just the top ones and have it open, and it might be fine enough. Like, this is just if you really want some openness and more accurate. But as you can see here, I used the technique and added details where I could. This is supposed to signify that gear that you see in the middle. I couldn't actually put a real gear in there, so this was supposed to be the teeth and like the mechanism. But I just don't see the point in putting it hollow. But they should just rest on top of these, and it won't fall down too much. So you could do that if you wanted it more open and more a little bit more accurate looking, slightly. Um, but that's about it, really. I need to close this one. I need to stop worrying about that one. But yeah, the only actually you can see it's filled in right there. So yeah, that is more accurate if you were to take off the top right here and have it open from these teeth. It's just close enough. But I'm more comfortable having it completely covered. And then these tank treads rest and guide the wheel along. I'm starting to think, do I need the tank treads? You don't necessarily need them, but it just makes sure it doesn't bump up and down too much. It just helps it stay on its railing on its path better. You could technically go without them, but it won't roll as nicely in theory. These here pinch the sides of the wheel, and then you can see that the paneling covers up there. So that's the whole point of the paneling, is to hide that detail, keep it open in the center, give you that accuracy of how it's supposed to look. Wait, where are these? Oh, I was like, where are those extra ones coming from? But yeah, this is a whole different level, and I'm so freaking happy with it. So yeah, the last touches I did last night took me 5 hours of reworking the gun, the legs, the wheel, the center console. That was a total of 5 hours of just and this blade. I basically reworked everything. Um, yeah,
Website, and I love it.
I'm so proud of
And
it.
so yeah, I've gone ahead and created my own today, and there's a lot of cool features to this that I want to show you guys. So let's just get in and take a look at the mock itself. But before I do that, just don't forget, down in the description there is a link to my Rubricable page where you can get not only the instructions for this model, this model, this model, but all of
Rebrickable by mock instructions. Huh. I might have to go on here. I didn't know. I'm stupid. I'm illiterate. I've stepped away from Lego for so long. For someone who's not touched Lego as long as I have, I built two things in the past couple of years, but I'm not nearly as involved. I'm off and on, but I didn't even know about any of this stuff, so I'm looking into it. I used to be kind of into mocks. When I built my first wheel bike, that was one of the most popular mocks that I put on mock pages. That was no, that one everybody wanted to know about it, and I should have had more explanation for that
All
one.
of my other custom creations,
The
of which there
first
are
wheel bike
so
I
many at
made.
this point. So if you guys do want to support the channel, that is a great way to do so.
I made a wheel bike, and I made the Luke or Hulk, that's what they call it, uh, space station. I made a miniature of that, and it looked pretty accurate. That was a very good build that I did.
And of course, get yourself some awesome mocks. The instructions and everything are very easy to follow. The parts
I
lists
don't
are
sound as
readily
casual as
available,
I
and so
say
you can
I
just
am.
download, or so you can upload those to your brick
I
seller
just
of
think like an
choice, and then you can
engineer.
just get the bricks that you need to build the creation. So it's kind of a complex process. I may eventually do a video tutorial on like
My instructions will only be like $5. If I put on Rebrickable or anything, it'll be like $5. It's not going to
once
be a
you've
lot.
purchased a mock, how do you go about getting the pieces for it? But that's something for the future. But yeah, for now, let's just get in and take a look at today's model, General Grievous's wheel bike. All right, so taking
Wheel.
away all of the other stuff, I'll just give you a look here at the wheel bike, give you kind of a 360 look at it. This was an insanely complex thing to design.
Okay, so yeah, his is floating and not in the center. It's an insanely complex thing to
Mainly
design.
because I set myself my usual kind of list of design challenges, which is to hit the aesthetics as close as possible to the movie, hit it as close to minifigure scale as I can, and also try to get all of the relevant functionality in there. So, like I said before in the intro, this thing is ridiculous. It has all these movable parts, these cannons swivel up and down, these legs fold back,
The
rotate
gun
up,
is too
and tuck
high.
away.
I don't see why he had to put it this. I don't care if he said it's technical limitations. I could have put the gun anywhere here. I'm just saying
Has
that it would have
all
left
these
this
movable
more
parts,
open.
these cannons swivel up and down, these legs fold back, rotate up, and tuck away so that the thing can roll. This whole section, of course, has to freely rotate. So there was a lot of challenges to that that I really wasn't sure I would be able to pull off until I finally cracked the wheel design. That was the thing that really kind of enabled all of this to come together.
See,
And one
but
of the things that was
my first one had a bendy tube and a center console piece, and the wheel could sit freely, and there was no pinching or pressure. That's the thing about my Mach 2. I just sound like a Brachiosaurus. I'm sorry. These sit freely, completely floating, free floating. There's nothing pinching or using friction to keep them in place.
important to me is all the previous iterations that Lego has done of official versions of this.
Yeah,
Firstly, they've been very, very chunky in this section, so I wanted to keep it
it's
nice and
true.
slim like the real thing is. But
I'll give him
they
that.
mainly
He gets a huge prop for keeping it slim in the center. Um, on average, you want to keep it about three wide, like you're seeing here. That's how slim you want to try to keep it. You could technically take off these panels and not have just go panelless and just replace them all with these pieces, those types of pieces, and put them in there in the center there. You could do that. Um, but I like the panels. That's just a preference thing because it matches up with the side design more, what it's supposed to look like.
rely on some sort of a cheater piece in the middle, like a wheel,
Yep.
a transparent wheel, or
This
something
guy's
like that
covering
to build.
so much. I wish I made a video on this. I really do wish I made a video on this. But it's like he's saying it. They make this cheat like clear center part and then they just put some panels around it and that's not a genuine wheel like from the
Build
movie
around, and that's something that I didn't
from
want to
what
do
it's
at all. I
supposed to
wanted to
look
have a
like.
true, proper rotating, wheel
Okay,
here
it
that
does
can
rotate.
freely go around, and obviously you can see that's what I've done.
Huh.
It doesn't really work on a
That
surface like this.
that was loose as hell. Okay, I'm really curious now.
You really need some carpet or something to get some traction onto these little kind of spike pieces that stick out. But it does work. If you can pick the thing up by the sides, and you can roll it along the carpet.
That's pretty legit. Okay, I'm very happy with his design. because it rolls and the wheel doesn't fall down.
when the wheels are tucked away, and it's really cool.
So there's
Uh,
obviously some kind of upper railing here inside the back and then the front, keeping it from doing that.
so yeah, that's the kind of looks of it. The only thing that's kind of a cheat, I guess, is that this back section
Yes, that
in
is a
the actual
cheat.
model, this connects through into the main body
So
of
he's using a complete one wheel, no center, double-sided. So mine's the first of its kind for that.
the actual uh, wheel,
Pushing
because
Lego to its
because these are
limits.
two separate wheel pieces that
Yep.
independently rotate around a central base. My one, obviously, because this is one wheel that's connected in the center, I wasn't able to have any.
There are ways he could actually redesign this. So even from my perspective, and it sounds insane, you create a pinch piece in the middle here, and you create at the back. Um, it's kind of complex, but from looking from mine, okay. So you see how these follow the side there, but they don't touch. So what you'd have to do is kind of do what I'm doing here, where you see there's those pieces that go across, and then he could free out the middle. So you'd have to build a cross inside right here, and then he could build out, and then he pinch the side. He's already got them pinched right here. In all actuality, he doesn't need this center filled in. He just needs to cross it off right here in the middle, like I'm showing.
Base. My one, obviously, because this is one wheel that's connected in the center, I wasn't able to have anything protruding through there, but I tried to create the illusion as best I could by using these transparent bricks to hold this piece in on the side, and then give you kind of the suggestion that the bars are going into the wheel design. And they get pretty close there, so I think from most angles, unless you're looking right on at this angle here,
When
you
I
can
did the same thing for my first edition of it, um, I'm not even going to show it. My first edition of this back piece bothered the heck out of me. Actually, I am going to show it. See if I have an image. The original. Yeah, there it is. You can see here that I used Technic and then I just attached the piece. And this first edition had the cross here. And this is before I updated and added all the pieces inside and reworked the entire center, which I kept most of this. Most of it is still there. It's just so much more Technic inside. And it's surprising that all I had to do was just add a few pieces and it's completely um, it should work. I'm not. I know that I could bet my money on this that this won't come apart on you. I want to build this thing so badly, but yeah, this first one is like a cheaper, more play-friendly version. This is for the kids. The legs are less detailed, the wheels kind of dumbed down a little bit, and it just rolls around the center console there, and that's it. And then there's that piece, and that's just rigged on there with some Technic. So, but I was just irritated with the fact that it doesn't look quite movie-esque, so I made some sacrifices with it.
kind of pretend that it's not floating. So that's the one kind of like little cheat that I did, and I think it works perfectly fine. So here you can obviously see Grievous is sitting in his seat. He's got his little control sticks there that he can maneuver with, and I don't know how he pilots this thing. This must have a ton of AI assistance to it because it's just walking
AI
and rolling and
assistance
jumping and doing all this crazy stuff. But hey, Grievous is part droid, so maybe he can like communicate with it.
with his
So
mind.
let me show you guys all of the different kind of folding and transforming functions and features of this thing right now. So starting in at the back here,
Hell yeah.
this central cannon is able to swivel up into
Yeah,
its
there's
kind of
no reason that needs to be
non-firing
right there.
mode,
This this piece could just go that way, bro, or attach right here. It's so silly.
and you can kind of adjust the angle of it all the way to down here. And these cannons on the end here are I try to be as accurate as possible with the shape of this. I actually initially used one of the newer stud shooter pieces to simulate this cannon up at the front, and I thought it'd be fun to have some actual firing mechanism on one of my.
Here's the thing about his, they're really thick. The real challenge of these is they need to be like one stud wide, and there's a little antenna that comes out of them. See here. Sorry, that's my other animation video. That was the Donald Trump animation video. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna go through all my images.
Right there. You can
Right there. That's my other video I put on shorts. There's the other version. You can see here. This is what I did before I changed the legs and everything. This is what I submitted for most people to see, which is fine. This is perfectly fine. Um, yeah. So you can see that they're supposed to be like one stud wide. I'm just going through all my dumbass images. Here, I forgot what I was even looking for. I was like just looking at these like, huh, cool. It's just so sexy compared. I mean, also this part being as chunky as it is. Oh yeah, the antennas. I'm looking for the original source image. This is before and after I changed the crowbars to just standard, so that I have both images. You can see all these subtle changes I made to the staff and center console. Like you don't quite notice it, but it's like hollow, more hollow in the middle, and there's all this new stuff added in. That's really cool to look at. Uh, where is this source? Yeah, okay, here it is. You see how these little antennas protrude out, and then it's like a one stud, or not one stud, but it's like one plate, 1 2 by 1 piece. That is literally all you can pull off here. And then he's like, let's make it super complicated and like sandwich it and do all this stuff. And I'm like, bro, that gun is a janky, it's gonna fall apart. But all right, sure.
IMOX,
Keep it
but
simple.
the shape just isn't quite right, and it's such a specific looking thing. I really wanted to capture that, so I went with a just a custom, you know, thing to indicate that that's a gun. So then this piece back here is able to swivel and adjust ever so slightly, just to set it to the exact angle that you want, because in the real thing, this part does kind of shift
Mine
up and
mine also shifts, like he's talking about. That's a very important thing he brings up. See, this is so stupid, the way I'm being like this. But this one can shift, and I thought about just adding a rod straight out, but this uses a Count Dooku lightsaber piece, another one of these pointy things, because I thought it looks cooler than just putting a straight, and it adds a stopper. This adds a good way to stop it from going too far down in case something happens. But you can adjust it quite a bit however you want. So it makes a good point.
down depending on whether it's in walking mode or rolling mode.
I'm like a literal
Then
expert.
for the
Like
legs, so
I'm treating
they're
this thing like it's a damn car because I've studied it for a total of 10 hours
articulated with board joints,
recently. That's
and they're
not
connected at
counting the
two different
past.
points down here. So you kind of have to, you can set the legs
More
out
than
at this
10 hours.
angle where they're kind of splayed out a little bit, and it's got a good base of support on it, which is what you want. And then once you
I'm
get into roll,
really curious on build ideas that people haven't tried yet. So yeah, I just want to like stuff that people want made that Lego has never touched properly. The only other human being I know of is this guy that has done it correctly.
rolling mode, you just have to fold them up a kind of a specific way. So all you do is you just take the back legs here and you fold them up like so, and you can kind of
So here's
point the
here's the
toes.
problem with the legs is it's not his problem. He's fine. My legs are more accurate size-wise, but they're supposed to fit inside each other. So that when these fold out, they're supposed to tuck inside the backs of these, but none of that is really possible with the Legos to keep the actual size and shape and like paneling accurate. So I went with going with a more accurate looking leg versus a leg that can actually fold up perfectly. But they do fold back. You just might need to adjust them. It's fine. I just had to kind of question whether I want to go smaller just to be able to have them fit versus uh, you know,
Backwards
have
to
them
give
look
it a
right.
little bit extra kind of flow. And then you take this front leg and you
Flow.
swivel this main section here, which
That's
isn't
funny.
technically part of the leg, but it's what allows for the transforming to happen. On the real thing, this whole leg is kind of on a track that sort of swivels to the back and then rotates up, and obviously this is the closest I could get to that with a model of this scale. So then yeah, you just fold the back leg up and you try to just get it into that
I really
nice
actually like
backwards tucked away look there.
how
So you do the same
tightly
with a
he
model of
tucked
this
Grievous into that chair. He did a good job with keeping it tight and then still fitting just around where the wheel is.
scale. So then yeah, you just fold the back leg up and you try to just get it into that nice backwards tucked away look there. So you do the same thing on the other side, fold the toes down.
I'm trying to see where the heck the wheel is, how the wheel's holding on to the railing for going down.
Like so. And then you get the other leg into the back and you just kind of tuck it away there. And then, this is what wheel mode looks like. It's again, it's a little bit crazy, it's a little bit absurd, but it does work. So, yeah, if you were on a carpeted surface, you would just, away you go. So you can see here on my hand, it works just fine. So yeah, that's really, really fun. And then, of course, let me show you here. Grievous can go in and out of his seat. So he is. Sorry, this is a little bit fiddly. This was such a tricky
I'm
thing
gonna
to
have to
figure
buy his
out with all the
instructions.
spacing and
Wait. I see it. I see the piece.
everything. And
No, I don't. I thought
Grievous
I
is such
saw
a
it. What the heck is it holding on to in here? I gotta buy these instructions now. Oh, to understand it.
weirdly shaped figure, having to figure out the spacing for his shoulders to be able to fit inside of this wheel a little bit. Really, really tricky stuff. So yeah, he's
It
got his
is.
little
It
two
is. Mine doesn't do that. Okay, there's a lot of space in there. Not nearly as much. The chair, I tried to make it sit a little closer, but it's just what I went with to get more space for its lightsabers and everything. And it's easily removable, but for the sake of having everything attached in a really secure way and not interfere with the wheel at all, it could technically go one closer, but it's just risking hitting these panels. So I went one out by the half piece here. You know what I mean? By the size of these things. But he can sit lower. He can sit much lower than this if I have the real Legos. And then he's supposed to be able to reach and touch that red button with his other arm, which is the idea.
console.
His console does come out, like straight out, which is more accurate, but I kept it all contained within the chair just so it's an easy, quick swap. Just attach, take it off, attach, take it off. It's that simple. Keep clicking on the image, sorry.
Or controller sticks right here, and then these are the studs where you connect his feet when you're placing him in there. That's what holds him in place. And then this area here is for his like pointy toes to be able to go down.
There's supposed
And
to
then
be these two like green circle things, like these giant button panel touch things. That's what's
this is the
supposed to
seat
be on
here
there.
and the seat back, and it actually does have like a little sort of a seat rail or a handrail on the side of it in the real thing, so I wanted to include that in there. And then just a very simple seat rest back here, which accommodates the shape of Grievous just perfectly. So yeah, you can have it up in its kind of ready to go mode with the legs up, and then you deploy the cannons down, and then you go into wheel mode, and you're off to the races. So yeah, let me place Grievous back in there just so you can see how that's done. I'll take away his electro stuff real quick so you can just see more easily. So then you just tuck in his feet, and the feet go down here into these studs. Like I said, it is fiddly. And then you just pull him forward into the seated position like like so. There you go. And then his hands can come down and convincingly interact with the steering yokes there, which I really like. And you can do either his I have one of his bottom hands and one of his top hands here interacting, so you can do either the top hands or the bottom depending on how you want him to hold his weapon. So if you want to have him fighting Obi-Wan to the side here with the staff out, you can pose this hand controlling and this hand fighting, and I think that's a really good look. And then when I bring back Boga in here, you can kind of see how they scale relative to one another. You can kind of recreate that iconic sort of duel that they have while they're both.
There's only a couple things I would do to change his wheel bike, but his is growing on me. Like I really like the fully brick style. It works.
Rolling and running, and it's really really fun. So this works out absolutely great. I think scale wise, it's pretty much perfect to minifig scale. As much as Lego can be, and the functionality is all there, and you can really.
Mine would be UCS. His is minifig scale. Mine would be UCS. Oh, that's funny. All right. I'm gonna probably play something. Also, I'm gonna talk about some stuff, but I'll be right back. Yeah. So, I just want to talk about a lot of what's been going on. Also, why I started a live channel and why I have most of my lives from my last original channel on here is because doing live streams and doing main videos wasn't a really great mix. I'm trying to spread things out more because of the different styles of content I do. They just kind of they go all over the place. So, I just decided to make a dedicated live stream channel, a dedicated shorts channel, music, and then my main videos. And I have a fifth one that's for just really big projects, like really planned out projects. So so that they don't feel bigger than my main channel's videos. It's kind of weird, but yeah, I'm not. This thing should have been on the front lines. See, I'm still excited about this thing. Why don't I watch this now? Um, but like if anybody from my main channel is seeing this and they're like, oh, what the heck? That's why. Don't want to be weird, don't want to confuse people. I just want to come off more professional, more organized than I've been, and it helps me prioritize things better than going, I'm gonna live stream today or I'm gonna blah 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 today. I'm like, no, I can't do all of that. It's okay. Um, but if anyone's seen that, I put a community post that said that I have issues with my current job. That is not a lie. That is true. The fact that I was homeless 2 years ago, no, it was a year and a half ago, and I'm currently in a situation where I need help. I need to make more money. Um, my last job just went dry on me, made it really difficult for me to work there because of the hours and everything. And I'm looking at getting a new job right now, but that may affect my ability to make videos again. So if you guys want more content, please support me because I want to be able to make more videos. That's a go figure. That's something that, you know, we all, this literally, the video's right here. That's funny. Um, that being said, that's really it. We're just gonna get back to like doing the stream and stuff. I'm gonna game and hang out and just make the best of what I can. But yeah, I have until December 31st to get my stuff, get all my rent paid off, and I'm behind now, going to be behind 2 months, which sucks. That was not my plan. And it wasn't even what I was trying to do. My last job before this last job went to shit for some reason. I don't even know why. That was a different thing entirely. Um, why I left the one that was on for 8 months was because of taking Uber and a lot of other things that were just getting in the way. Like it was just too difficult to work that particular job. I need something a little closer, but when I tried to get some jobs that were closer, um, two completely different problems, unrelated to each other, came up with both of them, which just sucks. But I'm gonna keep trying. So hopefully I get enough money by the end of this month. I'm getting some help, but what I want to do is sell this model. If anybody wants to buy instructions or support me, I also have a merch store. If you guys want to go to my merch store, there's something like I can offer. That's what I'm trying to say. That's not just, hey, give me money. You can check out my merch store. I sell, you know, this T-shirt design I made. It's pretty cool. It's just Granny from the Granny game and a Minecraft creeper, my own creeper design. Um, I try to keep things as cheap as I can possibly keep them while keeping the designs. This one's for women. This one was just this was something that I think needs to be put on a shirt. Just it invokes a feeling like, hey, look for the best in me, don't look for the worst in me. Something like that. I got a thermos. I got some supplements. I think these are good supplements compared to like some other options they got in your basic probiotics pre-workout and stuff for your like mood. That's just mango drops. That's safe. I wouldn't recommend anything else really to people. It's like, yeah, take a fucking risk and die. No. And dark roast coffee. If you like coffee, you obviously are gonna like French roast coffee. That's why I put this one because it's a favorite. So that's why I put that one in here. But yeah, there's a few options on my merch store, which you can get to my merch store on every channel. Like they're all listed. So if you're on the live channel or the shorts, you can go here. And you can also check the description of the stream. It says merch store, Patreon. It's funny how it's listed as YouTube. That's not correct. That's weird. I'm gonna just fix that link real quick. I don't know why it says that. That's weird. That's not okay. Yeah, it says YouTube Shorts. I must have been tripping when I made that, when I did this. Like, what is going on with me, bro? Okay, so now it's fixed. They're all supposed to say this. So you click here, go to the merch store. If you want to get the instructions for the mock, go to the Patreon. Sign up for $5, get the instructions. You can cancel anytime. That's the basics. So yeah, I'm gonna close everything now. I'm not messing with this anymore. Except I'm watching this video. See, that's the correct reference. We couldn't just reverse it. Unless you reversed it for AI, not to say, oh, you got copyrighted material.
What's up, Meta Nerds? Today we're going to take a closer look at the rarely seen, yet instantly iconic ride of the Separatist's most feared commander, General Grievous.
There's no side railing. What is he even going on about? There's no side railing there. Like, that's funny.
Feared commander, General Grievous. We'll look into what history we have.
I'm gonna subscribe. I'm gonna like. I'm gonna turn on the bell icon. Because I love history-based, like, this is cool stuff.
How this mechanical monster would look in our world, and how a mineral miner from a long-lost Star Wars series may have been the inspiration for this beast. Fresh off the assembly lines of Argao at Zgomot Turnbull Gupat Corporation, a manufacturer owned and operated by our favorite munes at the Intergalactic Banking Clan, the Sumu 6 personal wheel bike is the not-so-catchy design name for what we commonly refer to as the Grievous wheel bike. Brand new, this thing is going to cost you 15,000 credits, which is quite a steal in a galaxy far,
I'm
far
only going
away.
to call it the Grievous wheel bike. Sorry, I know there's a real name probably.
Price cheaper than the expendable Vulture Droid, and even less than a single Droidica.
You really look at it, his shoulder does not sit inside the dang thing. I keep going back to my reference. He sits further out than exactly inside the thing. This is a real reference image.
Far away. Price cheaper than the expendable Vulture Droid, and even less than a single Droidica. Not only is it a swift and powerful vehicle when in wheel mode, but it doubles as a walker, with 4 sprawling legs, and even less than a single Droidica. Not only is it a swift and powerful...
Okay, there's a light in the center, bro. That is cool as heck. You know, it makes no sense how these things are, like, attached. Like, it does and it doesn't make sense how it looks that way.
4 sprawling legs...
Let me get over here real quick. I just want to see the...
Is it a swift...
center part right here. This. Show me. Show me the truth. So the legs are really tall. And I try to capture that, like... Okay, I am going to go back. I try to capture I've just worked so hard on this that I'm so proud of it. It's like... It's a big deal. I try to capture the height. They could go a little bit longer down in theory, but I felt like it just detracts too much from like kind of the overall sizing and proportions I picked, because I kind of went with minifig scale width, not height, because of how wide the wheel is and everything. Everything was just kind of dialed in this way. Um, the toes are the right size. I know that. I don't know why I have an attitude all of a sudden with my voice.
And powerful vehicle.
These come down like at a really strong angle. I just went with bricks, and they do come out at an angle if you have it coming out this way, which it's close enough there. And then these overlapping parts, you can see those are right here and here. So, yeah, close enough. I should imagine this is the light. One of these is the light in the center here. Put a little flashlight. You could like wire one in there. That'd be cool.
When in wheel mode, but it doubles as a walker.
I don't know why he needs a light on. Like, now that I think about it.
4 sprawling legs.
Why the heck does Grievous even have that?
This baby's able to spring into action at a moment's notice, grip onto any terrain you might come across. While on its wheels, this ride is only 2.5 meters tall, or roughly 8¼ feet, meaning it's only
2.5 meters tall. Mine's about right. Yeah, if it's really like the size of a school bus. Yeah, mine's about the correct height. Now that I really look at it. He sits a bit lower. I was trying to get the seat a little bit lower. I really could readjust this. It doesn't take much. You could put the gun in a different spot. So it's just as simple. I actually highly encourage people modifying my build. I don't care if you want to, you know, do some stuff to the seat, get your own version made. Well, that's not going to sit there correct. I would have to redesign this. But yeah, actually, you know what? No, 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 no. We're not giving up. Never give up. Oh, that's too bright. No, it's not. It's just I had it in HDR, made everything look a little bit darker. Yeah, I could just do this. Where I put it? There it is. And we're just gonna hang out. We're just gonna build stuff and have fun. I'm not gonna worry about this. It's my damn stream. I can do whatever I want. Nope. Oh, it's the dang lightsabers. It's not even anything. It's my fault. It's just these interfere slightly. You gotta readjust everything with that. I don't know why I was even worried. Just want to see if doing this. No, it's not that. Okay. I need to see what it is. It's the entire side. Damn. I would have to just redo the whole chair. That sucks to think about. I don't even want to do all that. See, the idea of changing my design makes me angry too much to want to actually go through with it. Yeah, see, sitting in lower just so much of a hassle here. It's like now we're all looking at this, we're like, put it back. Just put it all back. There you go. So he's sitting lower. Stupid. It's further out now, which sucks. That's not, it's just one, this is too far out in my opinion for it to look quite right. Oh, he does sit super close in this shot. Huh, it's trippy. And if I really tried, I would have to build the seat like right up against this. Redesign the seat. Redesign the seat. I hear that in the back of my mind. Oh, it's the fucking thought. It's stupid. It doesn't matter. I like the free openness of being able to just attach and reattach. It doesn't have to be so dang close. This would just have to sit the other way? No, it wouldn't work. That's too much. What I was gonna try to do is get the handlebars, but to get them to look right at the same time. So much different, so many different things you got to think about and do. It looks fine. What I was thinking about was actually being able to have this arm. Hold on. There we go. If I could even get it on there. There we go. Da, 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 da. If you can do what seems to be logical, it's fine. See, I would like to be able to have this arm there if I wanted to include it. I could have him touching that button, kind of reaching down. I didn't include the arm because I referenced the idea that Obi-Wan cut one of them off. But yeah. And it's also not to interfere with the legs at all. So if I did reset this whole thing, I really tried. I guess I could copy the, no. I didn't think I was gonna mess with this, but yeah, that's not gonna sit in there correctly. This would take a while. A lot of thinking. Or not. It's like part of me is like, bro, it seems simpler if I just were to look at the side of the way the chair's attached and just remove this piece. I could lower all of this, have them sit in the chair like that. I just thought of something interesting. Now that I'm looking at this from this side, you could technically attach the chair from right here. I'm gonna try it. It sounds almost crazy enough, but it might work. Aha. Okay, now I don't understand why it can't go one further in. Like, what's stopping it, really? Okay, what I'm gonna do, stop. Just stop moving. Stop. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. Huh. Kind of actually like that. I'm not gonna lie. That it sits a little bit higher. I just know for a fact that that would fall more likely. And you could not put the lightsaber back on there the way it was. At least I think you can't. And that's okay, I don't need these that badly, which you could do. I wonder when I submit my design if I can like resubmit multiple versions until I'm talking about if I were to sell it. What if I just don't include the lightsabers? What if I just completely remove all of that? The chair is kind of thick if you look at it. Kind of is. Imagine just not including something that's like a cool feature, but you don't see him have any lightsabers in the chair. I do want to keep the gun though. The extra blaster. Oh, that's right. I gotta remove one of these? No. I think you have to remove one. No, I just can't adjust it anymore. But you know for a fact I could lean this further back on the chair. For a fact I could. Real question. How slim can I get this? Okay, that sitting. That's stupid. That's really stupid. Bruh. Just nah. It's that angle it sits at. Okay, fine. Fine. Wanna play this game? Play this game. That's really trippy that it's like rotating these. There you go. Building a chair out of literally like anything I want at this point. The most minimalistic chair in the world. That's what this is. The lazy chair. I could just throw literally that. And then color it. It's too wrong color. There it is. That's the color I'm looking for. Oh, just thought of a better way to do this. I could reverse it inward. Do this. Right. It's kind of small. Like I would really like it being 3 studs tall. Someone in the comments, joke's on you. I figured out how to build the entire thing just from looking at your model. Oh wow, amazing. I'm so impressed. You shouldn't even be on here if you can do that. It'd be amazing. I'm actually really good at figuring out how to build things from looking at stuff. Like, not copying someone's directions, but I'm good at really understanding like what creates shapes in a very, artistic way. That is a much more expressive looking chair compared. It just is. I didn't think I'd be messing with this. but him sitting closer does give me some aesthetic like thoughts. Like I like that. I just do. Um, yeah, I got a lightsaber blade right here. So the other thing, it does look really, really good though. Would be, do I include lightsabers? But like, I don't think that's a necessary concern for people. Hmm.
Only a Yoda taller than your standard school bus. When in walker mode, the wheel bike stands at a more imposing 3.9 meters tall, or just about 13 feet, making it a Jawa taller than a hoop in the NBA. What it lacked in sheer imposing size, however, it more than makes up for in speed. When rolling down the Powin freeway at full speed, this bike can reach 330 kilometers per hour. That's 205 miles per hour, which begs the question, what are they feeding the Varactyls if good old Bogo was able to keep up with it? To put that in the real world perspective, NASCAR drivers average about 200 miles per hour, and they don't have to worry about driving off 30-story cliffs, into a sinkhole, dodging shots from Cody's finest, all while being chased by the sassiest Jedi in the Order. On its legs, in walker mode, it only manages to have a top speed of 10 kilometers per hour, being around 6 miles per hour, and quite the anticlimactic stat. That's why Grievous was so quick to get this thing rolling. We can see the activation panel the General uses to fire up his wheels, with 5 hinged toggles and a vibrant display, and being open and easy to get into. It appears to be controlled by a set of handlebars, making it a simple enough to control system for any
That's like actually not red. It's purple. It's pink. That's what it looks like. Kinda have another idea for what I could do to make that look better. And I don't even know if this is like totally a good idea. No, I know what to do. Yeah, I know what to do. No, that won't work. Damn. I'm an idiot. Kind of that look, but like I don't want so much. It's like put a ring around it. Uh, think about putting one of these. That's too tall. Yeah, it's too tall. I'll just recolor it. If there's even a pink purpley one out there, but yeah, I won't go purple. I'll just go pink. Yeah. You guys are literally watching live like me updating this model. Like I'm officially deciding right now that this is the direction I want to go with some of the stuff that I'm doing. The seat can sit like that. That's fine. It sits a lot more flush and it looks more natural. Like the way this hinge looks. It's more expressive and it makes a lot more sense. Just does. It felt a little redundant with all the pieces looking like that. And I don't want anything to have that like, is that necessary kind of vibe. Yeah, we're saving it. I have the original model, so no, it doesn't matter if I do this stuff to it. I can always change this later.
Normal humanoid to operate. And that was the idea, as although the Smooth 6 was originally designed
You know, now that I really think that is kind of small looking, I could just add like that. Colorize that as a transparent piece. And I really could put it here. I don't even have to put it in the center entirely because of the way it sits. I'll just add another detail here instead of because that could be the official spot, but really it's sitting there a little bit closer makes a lot more sense. That's funny. That like it's only one of the panels he touched, like little finger things. I need a whole bunch of those. Doesn't work. That looks really cool, but it won't sit there right. What about this? That's the top of Darth Maul's head. Yeah, that won't work. That would have been an idea. Sorry, my bad. I'm in the minifigure section, so I need to stop doing this. Kind of like that. That's kind of what I was trying to do. Okay. Turn this upside down. It sits there. It's not. That's too tall. It's just a flower. That's too weird looking. It's flat though. I like that part. There's at least that. Uh, try an upside down stud. Color that. That looks better. That's a lot better. I'm gonna go with just a normal stud because I feel like that's more common to find on like Bricklink and stuff than this. I just want to go with more common pieces. Yeah, that looks good. The way that this looks like an actual tube, and it should roll around it just fine. And then this sits on top like that. That looks a lot more. like it's supposed to. Yeah, cool. Keeping the changes.
Designed as a military scouting vehicle, it eventually found
The only thing I was debating was trying to add the handles from. I could. Okay, here's the thing. I could do this way by. No, 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 not that one. This is the other idea I had. Taking another one of these, right? So somehow reattaching this. Oops, my bad. Okay, let's try. Handle, there's that. Oh, I can resize that. I didn't know you could do that. Oh, cool. That is really cool. There's these, okay. I could always angle those down. Like that. So I'm just looking at, they're like circle things he's touching. That's what they're supposed to be. At least it doesn't quite show it, but that's what these are on top. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. Actually, hmm. Go back to reference images. No, no, no. Yeah, there we go. I'm literally on these. I don't even know I'm doing this to myself. It's really hard to see these handles. It's just kind of this amorphous shape. Here we go, image detail, sorry. Back. It's like that's kind of right, but if I want to be more accurate than that, I gotta step it up with There's a few ways I could do this. Would be these. That's one way to do it. That's a lot more what it's supposed to look like, I think, from the way it comes up. I think could do that. Then I could source a clear stud that's not hollow in the middle if there's not one available. Let's try this. Yeah. So, what I'm gonna do is go out and over. I'm gonna get a lightsaber piece. That's what I'm gonna use. Just something simple like that. You really could just attach a bunch of lightsaber pieces, like just in that way. Um, hmm, well, that's not good. It sits. Oh, just gonna try lowering this. Hey, that worked. That actually worked. Didn't expect that. Hey, that's cool. Heck yeah. I'm gonna have to turn that upside down. Hmm. Okay. There's lots of different ways I could attach handles, but I want to do the right kind. Like, that's what I want to do is get this right. Uh, well, it doesn't like that. Those are like right in the face. Hmm. Stupid. Okay. I'm gonna try messing with these pieces and putting like a lightsaber piece this way. See how well that works out. It doesn't want to do that. It does not want to do that. Much lower can I go? Okay. That's the limit there. Right there. He's actually sitting. He's correctly oriented. That's what matters to me. Uh, hmm. Alright. Let's try something different for how this goes over. Let's do that. It's like the dumbest stream ever, but I don't care. Fuck, I'm taking your arm away. Just, you don't get your arm back for a little bit. Okay, now that comes out to the side. Oy. I'm just gonna have fun and mess around with this. That sits kinda right. Nah. Nah. Yeah, that actually does look pretty okay. So, you've been. I don't know why I'm randomly talking like that. I don't know. I just had a weird thought for this. And it's kind of strange how I want to do that. Is like, just do that. That's too white, bro. Oh, I don't need it to be that. Let's try this. Huh. I'm an idiot. So, fun fact. I'm an idiot. So many. The sheer amount of combinations you can do with Lego is crazy. It is crazy because you don't think there's a lot, but there just are. Like I could just do that. It's attached. His arms are touching it, but I don't want to do it that way. See what I mean? What I'm gonna probably end up doing here is like something like this. I don't want it. Okay, you're just a jerk. You're just a jerk. Yeah. Just a jerk. Mess around with these. I'm messing with that. It's not that good looking of a piece. Actually, like, if I use these for the toes, though. I don't like the extra tube that's attached to it. Nah, I don't like that. It looked cool at first, but it lost its value after a while. Just doesn't give me the vibe. It's all about the vibes, bruh. Okay. I don't understand why this won't work. Okay. Now it's going. Oh, it's his literal feet. And the art works. It works there. This is still dumb that this won't fit here, but it sits in a closer spot that you think it should. What I'm gonna try to do here is manually adjust how far back he sits. Alright. Hey! That was so tight and so cool. I did it. Okay. I need these to be dark. There's an insane amount of like finagling, but it works. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I was just trying to add detail. I don't think it'll sit there because of the feet, but it's worth a try. You can always throw these green things on top. Okay, hold on. You butt. You piece of poop. There we go. It's like further, a little wider. In real life, you can make these look. Yeah. Deleting. That's about as good as I can get it. Yeah, that can't go any further in than that. And it does look like it's actually coming out from the side here, which is cool. That's what I wanted. Let's go with this one. Attach a piece there just to add the idea that it is really attached at that angle. Okay. Yep. Really did not give this chair enough love, like enough attention. Should have. Yeah, that's not gonna work if I put that there. What else can I pull off of this? No, that's stupid. Other than like a flat tile, but these kind of look like buttons a little bit, even though they're studs. And I could always attach another lightsaber handle there in the back, like a spot for them. I could also technically build a little spot here for the lightsaber handles with Technic pieces, converting over. Weird. I have to angle the chair more. It's possible. Hey, rude is what that is. Trying to think of real actual places to put lightsabers. I have to turn these. That won't work. This just looks weird. It's not the best. That would work in theory. That one would work. That would interfere with the leg. I'm not vibing with it. I am not. It's really annoying they don't show what's behind the chair. Other than this 360 view, there's a good view for the gun. I haven't seen that one yet. They don't show what's behind the chair entirely. You get kind of an idea. Oh, just thought a really interesting thought here. How to keep the chair from moving. Hmm. I'm a weirdo. I don't know what I'm gonna say here. I'm a weirdo. Yeah, it's kind of looks okay. I want that darker though. I also want this piece dark. It's to blend it in more. The only thing I don't want to have to use this long freaking piece here. And if I stuck anything else, it's just not gonna work there. What if I just take a tool piece? Like one of these. Okay, hold on. No? Stupid. In real life, you could do this. Stupid. Yeah. Rick, Lego digital designer. I'm gonna try a different piece here for. They just not quite line up. They don't. That's all it is. They don't line up. They're not the same height. Fascinating. Interesting. I have an idea. I have an idea to fix this. It's a little crazy, but it would require just turning this piece. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Like that. See if it works. Alright. Hey! Oh, it's pretty good. Just want something smaller. That's smaller. Hmm. I think the best piece to put in here, it's strange to admit, it's this gun piece, and all I gotta do is take this out, put it in. Kind of like that. Yeah, that is the best piece to put there. Why can't I rotate it? That's silly. Okay, whatever. I mean, take this out now and do it like this. I just thought about the fact that you can fit that inside of that. That's really weird. In fact, I'm gonna replace these gun pieces with these ones. Yeah. Dude, just for the back legs. So, and these ones are fine. They just don't sit far enough in. It's the only problem with those ones. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah, and you can see here there is that like roundish piece attached. New tab. Yeah, you can see that a bit better. I just moved that because I just realized this does look like it's coming out versus directly from the chair. So if I put two inwardly inside like that, it's better. Yeah. So many subtle things. What I want to do with these back parts here is attach some other details. I don't know what I'm gonna attach here, just put something. I don't want to put that there. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just putting random stuff. If I type in Grievous Will Bite back view, I want to see it at a different angle. I want to make it look like this is holding on. That's the idea. just blend it in. Trying to see if there's a dark one, a dark gray one out there. I think this is fine. Yeah. There's enough going on with all this that I think it's enough detail. I just like adding anything in the back, but you don't really see the back. You just see this, like the chair and everything. So it works. It's fine. It's like I can angle this chair further back if I took away some detail. Or I do that. No, that doesn't work. That's all separate on the top. There's no back headrest piece anyways. But then you can adjust the chair. I take this leg off. If I were to lean it back, yeah. Now he looks like he's really relaxing in the chair. Oh, you jerk. There we go. There we go. There we go. Save it. I don't care. Save it. Yeah. Okay. I really like this. This is good. This is good. All right. We all know you could angle those back in real life. We'll just leave it. You can adjust them as you wish. Yeah. Just think this looks odd. Other than like I could turn it inward. There's nothing in real life I could just tuck this underneath the chair so covertly, but in this scenario, I can't. They're not gonna let me. So they're just butt faces. But I think this adds a lot more expression, deviation, and detail to the the model. I say model. I used to say mock, but I don't say that anymore as much. I did not expect for me to like get so into the details of like this chair as much, but like tonight I didn't expect that, but I really like adjusting it to make it feel more accurate. Another question I have is should I put flat tiles there or turn it upside down? No, there's like a vent looking piece on these, and they are upside down. If you really look at it, Hmm. Honestly, I like the ingot piece upside down. That's more kind of like the shaping I'm looking for. Upside down, this kind of could be interpreted as an internal vent looking thing. Yeah, that looks good. This is like a really simple swap here. Okay, perfect. The things I thought about trying, but I couldn't actually put on here is reversing these inwardly, but that's a technical cheat for Lego. So, it's not gonna be perfect or anything, but it's flush enough. Everything looks really on point. Got at least you got a blaster spot. That's cool enough for me. And we got a electro staff. And he looks way more relaxed in the chair, which is really cool. Guess I can't lower his any more than that. Oop. That's like right up against you too, with the how close the wheel is to his shoulder and everything ratio wise. Yeah. All right, let's generate some instructions. The new 2.0 building guide. Thousand years later. Okay. I'll just hold the arrows. I don't know why I'm trying to. There we go. Yeah, that chair just looks a lot better. Oh my gosh, that internal, dude. Like, look at all that insanity. You think that doesn't make any sense, but it does. It weirdly does. It just holds it all together. There's the center console. That's what it looks like without the wheel. Now you can see this part here. That looks really good. That is insanely good. You see how tight and concise everything is. Other than I really think another one of these pieces could go here. I'm willing to bet someone has one lying around they could just throw in here. I'm not even gonna worry about that. And you see how I was talking about this cross section going down and over is really important. This is one of the most important pieces in the model right here before the wheel goes on. And you see how it follows over this. But that's what allows both wheels to roll independently. But also, yeah, this is a much more solid chair connection together than before. So, yeah, I'm happy with that. Um, Let me go back. Do I want to color that dark gray? Yeah, I do. I'm looking at it. I'm like, is that really that important? Some stuff needs to get recolored. Actually, just to show the difference between what parts of legs are what, I'm gonna make these light gray, make these dark gray. Just to show the separate sections. It's thunder outside. Oh, I can put a piece there. We're gonna do it. It's trying to let me, and then it won't let me. Hey! I did it. Save. Okay. Let's go. Regenerating. I just didn't. Since I adjusted stuff, I didn't check the coloration of things. I should have. Oh well. It's like I just thought of something else, kind of minuscule, but Yeah, it's like you can't attach these. Actually, you can. Weird. That's really weird. It's due to the height of it. That's strange. Then that interferes too much with this. I was like keeping these from coming out, but I'm pretty sure that you can push them through. It's just the digital designer won't let me. But I'm pretty sure you can. Okay. It's That's weird. All I did was change it a little bit, but whatever. Let me just go back to that angle I had it at, just in case it goes to like any other reference. Alright, that's a good spot. Okay. I'll be right back. Alright. Moment of truth. It's just a wheel. It's actually showing that going on the thing better. Like it, every time I refine the model, it generates it a bit better. Yeah, I actually like the way this particular instruction setup did this part. Alright. Okay, not that though. I don't like that this is missing right here. But everything else is looking pretty okay. There's that. If you're not a total idiot, you'll figure that part out here, but I just wish it was in the correct order. If I don't get this sold on like a higher end store, I'll just go make a account on different sites and sell this model instruction wise. I just would like to have it fully built and showcase it. You know, everyone can preview the model and everything and go, I think I want that. I wish this was a real Lego set, not just buy instructions, go buy parts. Like, that sucks. I gotta admit though, this is such a beautiful, elegant design for a wheel. Like, it doesn't get better looking than that. It just doesn't. And the, oh my gosh, the way those sit next to each other, just free floating. That's the vibe, bro. Oh yeah, that is the vibe. Do you think it's not a solid enough connection just sitting there, but the fact that it goes over right here, this angle, that's solid enough. Yeah, it'll be all right. There it is. We get it. Come on. Literally anybody watches my stream can just learn how to build this thing. I'm just like, don't care though. I'll sell the instructions. Well, you're getting them for free. That chair just looks so good. Like, just how that sits on there is more interesting than what it was. I think it's stupid that it's just building the staff right then and there, and then it goes back to the chair. Like, yeah, for a second we're gonna work on the staff. Now we're over here. All right, well, whatever. This just gives it more shape and character than by what it was before, anyways, too. Yep, that looks good for these. That looks really good. All right, there's a free floating chair. And you think this isn't a solid enough connection, but you have to think about, oh, and I did build this back to connect, but I did think about the fact that this pinches in between this stud piece. Why is that offset? That's not supposed to do that. Okay, then. Whatever. It's forgetting these are Legos. It's forgetting where they think the things go. Um, but yeah, it's a good enough spot. But yeah, having a more secure over and then connect, it does make the chair feel more solid. There's that back piece. Yep. Very unique way to attach it. Which that's just sitting, that's just free floating right here. The real connection, you could connect actually in a little bit. There's probably a way to do that. I just realized these are dark. Oh well, I don't care. Yeah, see how that just goes in the top here? It's like a super unique way to attach it. I like I like doing unique but cool solid builds at the same time. That's the idea. That looks cool as heck. Just the way that's floating there. Everything looks good. Yeah, it looks good. Gun. That's only one of the guns. The guns are super simple, but they don't have a lot going on design-wise. These shapes are on the beginning parts. Like, that's all it looks like. There's nothing more to it. That's free floating. That's kind of a bummer. It's not attached. Like, none of that's attached. It's just telling you to prepare these, and you're going to throw those little details on top of the center console. Okay, now we're building the center console. When now we're jumping over to the gun. That's weird. That goes into that way. realized something. Why does this one sit offset so much? I could move these over. Oh, those are the bottom ones. What am I even worried about? I can't mess with those. I can't. And for some reason, I couldn't attach any more pieces inside of this. I'm not sure why. Why is it attaching them after? That's stupid. Whatever. At least it's putting the rod through the middle, which is supposed to be the steps that you're supposed to do. Mm-hmm. There it is. Full center console. Yeah, I'm like, so tell me why I can't put some pieces in the middle of that. Keep it from, I don't know. Just tell me why. Tell me why I want it that way. Be really cool in Digital Designer if you could just break the steps down while you're messing with the model. Like each instruction step somehow, some weird way. You can't see. Yeah, see, you can't attach them right there. That's where it's supposed to go. Okay, good to know. No, whatever. I didn't do anything. I just undid all of the stuff I just did. And it's us generating a building guide again. You butt face. You turd monkey. Blah 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 blah. Should all be the same. It's like a weird glitch. The instructions regenerating every time, and I didn't even do anything really to the model. I undid all my steps. I don't know. Let's just get through the main stuff. Center console. It's all roughly there. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. That's that's done. That's fine. That's so, I love that shit. Just like, alright, boom, put the wheel around it. You would have to kind of break the middle part here and bend it, and then just like strap it around, probably put these panels back on it after. But it should be relatively simple to put the wheel on. Yeah, it shouldn't be too complicated. You might have to take off this back piece here too. But yeah, it should be fine. Alright. I'm going to generate new folder. Okay. Temp. Alright. Do, do, do. Okay, I'm going to export the model. Save all this. When I go, it shouldn't have to regenerate anything. Export model. Downloads. Save. I'll upload that later. Add it to zip folder though. Archive. Wheel bike. Instructions. Just do that part here. Alright. What I'm gonna do now is play something because I need to. I'm still stressed out about like getting a job, but like I just applied to FedEx. I'm gonna apply to more like Amazon. I know it's just up the road, but those places are kind of close. They're not super far. Deep breaths, deep breaths. That's all I gotta say to myself about everything. I'm going to try one last time, get a job, make enough money. I'm really in the mood to play Legends for some reason. I don't really know why. I hope to God that everything just works out, but I'm gonna focus on making a plan to move out if I have to. That bitrate looks horrible, bro. Hold on. Just why is it look like that? Stream output. Oh, that's why. It's been reset. Literally, that explains so much. I'll just set it to 11. I remember I could do that last time. Yeah, none of these settings are what I want, but whatever. At least I can adjust the bitrate. It was all set not that long ago, and it's now been reset. So cool. Whatever. I haven't touched my controller in a while. It's been many ages. If I end up having to not be able to live in my own space, I'm gonna miss it. Like, it's my cozy space. Really getting told, oh yeah, I'm gonna have to put the room up for rent. Like, fuck. Fuck. And I don't want that. Oh yeah, I locked the frame rate. I was like, why is it stuttering though in the beginning? That was weird. The heck, Shrek? I'm wondering about CPU resources because I reset stuff. The drivers. Okay, never mind. We're fine. I reset the drivers to studio. They can run games, but I prioritize editing videos over everything now since I use DaVinci. Oh, that's smooth. They say you can run games on studio drivers, so. Oh shit. Where's... Oh, that's that. Okay. Why is my controller so sticky? I don't like that. Hold on. Okay. I just put some Mr. Clean on it. There. It's fixed. Alright, so I'm not gonna lie. I submitted my model to Brickbolt, and the reason I want the to be absolutely perfect is because I don't want anybody to be upset when they buy the instructions and build it. So, yeah, I'm gonna send an email. I'm gonna say, uh, I changed the chair. You're not upset about that. No, okay. No. Oh, I made the jumping a lot higher. Um, the progression moves slow, the world's bigger, and yeah, jump higher. Oh? This feels like it's on a high resolution. It is. Cool. Oh yeah, it wouldn't work before. I couldn't put it at 1440p or nothing. Hell yeah. Setting that ultra. Cool. Such a weird game for being literally nothing. Like it didn't turn into anything. But I like the vibe. I don't know why I like it so much. I keep saying this about something about studio drivers. They feel smoother, it's more stable. I don't know why. They just do. Like frame pacing overall, and I did read something on they focus on stability over overall like maximum frame rates, which makes sense. I may not go back from using studio drivers if this feels this decent. Keeps my system running less hot, maybe. That'd be nice. So yeah, the stream setup, the way I want to do my streams is we do a lot of like work related stuff. We do work on some projects, art, anything else. Then we do a little bit of gaming. That's kind of how the flow of it. I want it to be more of a productivity kind of vibe. That's just me. Other people are more gaming or whatever, but we're gonna be somewhere in the middle between, you know. It's not all play. We're not all just goofing off here. We got some stuff to accomplish. Diamonds. Oh yeah, I built these. I remember now. That bitrate looks horrible, bro. I gotta fix the stream quality. I'm so sorry. I feel so bad, but at least it's the first stream on our new channel. Well, I say new, it's been reformatted. Um, on the official streaming channel now. Of course, that took a lot of work with finagling. I had to reset all the scenes and everything, which is a pain in my ass, but it was worth it. I'll fix the quality. Yeah, that's horrible. That looks like absolute dog crap. I'm so sorry. Um, Let me just save and leave, and I'll mess with the settings, and I'll just start a new stream. I can't stand it looking that bad. It's crazy. Sorry. And I already know what kinds of settings I want it to